if it's a test or if it's a T20.
Hi there, Nikki. Yeah, I think the language, the culture, I think you're referring to is the same. Dean and I have been in various discussions where we've spoken about how we'd like to take the team forward. And I mean that started during our series against Pakistan. Obviously, it's shown how it's bore fruits within the Test series, and that same culture, that same language. We'll be looking to carry that through our T20 series. Like I said in my previous answer, most of the guys that take part in this T20 series are part of the Test team, so it's only natural that everything will kind of continue as it is.
Telford and then Ken.
How's it, Temba? The last time I looked, there were 11 languages, I think. But just to this is now your team as opposed to the Test team, and I just wanted to find out, would you be doing the same thing with regards to social justice tomorrow at the game in terms of taking a knee or a fist or whatever? And are you happy with that? Do you think that's the best thing you can do as a team, is to give everybody the individual choice?
How's it, Telford? Yeah, the decision that's been made, it's a decision that stands across the team, across all formats. I was a part of that decision. I was a part of the discussion. So, I mean, it wouldn't make sense that, for the Test team, one thing is done and the white ball team, another thing is done. Yes, I do accept the decision of giving the guys their freedom to express whatever it is that they want to express. At the end of the day, it is a personal decision, and we don't want to get in the way of that. I believe that it is the best decision to allow guys to express what they would want. Yeah.
We'll finish off with Ken, and I've got one question from someone who's struggling with connectivity because of load shedding. Go ahead, Ken.
Thanks. Temba, the West Indies have got a lot of the big names of T20 back, Gale, Bravo, Russell, Pollard. It's obviously a daunting prospect, but I suppose also that it's going to provide a really good measure of where the Proteas are as a T20 side in a World Cup year.
Yes, exactly, Ken. As a team, we've had various conversations, discussions. We've exhausted them in terms of the type of cricket that we'd like to play, and now we have an opportunity to really test all of that against a strong, experienced T20 outfit. West Indies are an obvious favorite when it comes to the T20 World Cup. So, I mean, for us, I guess it's fortunate that we are able to test our skills against their skills. And I think as well, it will give a clearer picture and understanding of the guys who we feel will be able to do what's needed to be done come the World Cup. So I think, it will be a good measure, it will be a good test, and it will really show us where we stand in terms of our game.
And the final question, Temba, is I know that you mentioned a little bit earlier that you haven't seen the wicket properly yet because of the inclement weather. Do you think that the conditions here will be similar or different to those in the UAE, since it's increasingly looking as though the T20 World Cup might move there?
It's a bit of a tricky question for me. I've never played in the UAE, but from what I hear from the guys, the UAE, I guess, is subcontinent. The wickets are not close to what we used to back home, probably close to what is here in the West Indies. I think the World Cup is quite. We're not looking at the conditions in terms of what we're going to get at the World Cup. We're looking at the challenge that we have here at the West Indies and trying to play our best cricket in these type of conditions. It might just so happen that it is similar to the UAE conditions, but to be honest, that we haven't considered. It's about making sure that we play our best cricket in these conditions.
Thanks very much, Temba, and thank you everybody for joining us. Just for a bit of clarity around